Calm down. Fellow Brits, listen up. We've had enough. Right now, at Wethersfield, these Islamist migrants are clashing, fighting each other like animals in what was supposed to be a peaceful asylum centre. It's chaos, knives, fists, blood on the ground, all because they can't even get along among themselves. And this isn't some isolated incident, it's spilling out into our streets, our restaurants, our everyday lives. We're seeing it everywhere. Brawls in public places, bad attitudes on display, disrespect for our laws and our way of life. This is Britain, a peaceful country built on order, respect and hard work. And these people are turning it into a war zone. Mass deportation now, that's what we need. No more excuses, no more delays. Get them out.
That devs, I'm aware. Holy shit.
Calm down, that's it. Calm down. I'm speaking as a true British patriot, someone who's watched this nightmare unfold for too long. We've opened our doors out of some misguided sense of compassion, and what do we get? Migrants who arrive illegally demand everything and then fight not just each other, but our own people. At Wethersfield, it's migrants from places like Afghanistan, Syria, Eritrea clashing over God knows what, cultural differences or gang rivalries they brought from home. Reports say dozens involved, police called in, the whole place locked down. And this is taxpayer funded. We're paying for their housing, their food, while they trash the place and each other. It's unacceptable. These aren't refugees fleeing war. These are troublemakers importing their violence to our shores. Think about Tower streets used to be safe. Families could walk without fear, enjoy a meal at a local pub or restaurant without some group of migrants causing a scene. But now, we've got videos circulating of fights breaking out in eateries, bad attitudes leading to confrontation. They shout in foreign languages, push people around, act like they own the place. And when British patriots stand up, say enough is enough, these migrants turn on us too. I've seen footage of them clashing with locals who are just trying to protect their communities. It's disgusting. We're Brits, proud of our heritage, our history of standing strong against threats. This isn't who we are. We don't tolerate this kind of barbarism in our land. Diversity? Don't get me started. They've shoved this down our throats for years, multiculturalism as some grand ideal. But look what's happened. It's not enriching us, it's destroying us. These migrants aren't integrating, they're forming enclaves, bringing their feuds and hatreds with them. At Wethersfield, it's a microcosm of the bigger problem. Fights between different ethnic groups, all under one roof. And it's our problem now. We've got British patriots getting attacked for speaking out, for waving the Union Jack and saying this land is ours. No more. We're tired of seeing our culture diluted, our safety compromised, all in the name of diversity. Wake up, Britain. This isn't diversity, it's division, chaos, and decline. As patriots, we're refusing to stand by. We've worked hard to build this nation through wars, through hardships, and now it's being handed over to people who don't respect it. Mass deportation is the only solution. Round them up, send them back where they came from. No appeals, no endless legal battles funded by our taxes. If they're fighting at places like Wethersfield, if they're exhibiting this bad attitude on our streets, they don't belong here. We've seen it in other towns, 2 migrants brawling in parks, disrupting neighbourhoods, even clashing with police. Remember the riots in other asylum centres? It's the same story. They come here claiming asylum, but their actions show they're not here for peace. Let me paint the picture for you. Imagine you're out with your family at a quiet restaurant in a British town. Suddenly, a group of these migrants bursts in, loud, aggressive, starting arguments over nothing. Before you know it, chairs are flying, fists are thrown, and your evening is ruined. Or worse, you're walking home and see them fighting on the street, pulling in bystanders. And if a British patriot steps in to say, "This isn't right," they turn on him like a pack. It's happened patriots beaten, spat on, called racists for defending their own country. This is so disgusting. I can't take it anymore. We're Brits and patriots of this land. We refuse to see this forced diversity tear us apart. Follow the true British spirit. Stop this bad behaviour caused by these people. It's time to wake up and act. Politicians talk about human rights, but what about our rights? The right to live in peace, to preserve our culture without apology. Mass deportation, now start with Wethersfield, clear out the fighters, the troublemakers. Send a message that Britain isn't a dumping ground for the world's problems. We've got our own issues to fix: NHS waiting lists, housing shortages, cost of living, and we're wasting billions on people who repay us with violence. I've spoken to fellow patriots and we're all saying the same thing. Enough is enough. No more welcoming boats full of illegals who then fight among themselves and with us. No more turning a blind eye to the bad attitudes that make our communities unsafe. At Wethersfield, it's clear these Islamist migrants are bringing their jihadist mindsets, their tribal wars, right to our doorstep. Reports of radical elements mixing in, preaching hate in the centres. We don't want that here. Britain has a proud history of Christianity, of secular values, not this imported extremism. Think of our children. Do we want them growing up in a country where street fights are normal, where diversity means danger? No. We're patriots, and we're tired. We don't want this anymore. Mass deportation is the call to port them en masse, secure our borders, reclaim our sovereignty, follow British values, law and order, respect, unity. Stop the bad acts these people are causing. Wake up, join the movement. Share this video, contact your MP, demand action. This is our land, and we're taking it back. But let's not stop there. Look at the bigger picture. Across Britain, from London to Manchester, from small towns to cities, the story is the same. Migrants arriving in droves, overwhelming services, and then displaying this entitlement. They fight because they don't value what we have. At restaurants, they've been known to demand halal everything, argue with staff, escalate to violence if not appeased. On streets, gangs form, clashing with rivals or locals. And when British patriots protest, like at recent rallies, these migrants show up to counter, leading to more fights. It's a pattern: import people from unstable regions and you import their instability. We're not hateful, we're realistic. We've tried the diversity experiment and it's failed. Crime rates up in migrant-heavy areas, social cohesion down. Wethersfield is just the latest flashpoint. Mass deportation isn't extreme, it's necessary. Deport the fighters, the criminals, the ones who refuse to integrate. Send them back on planes, boats, whatever it takes. No more soft touches from the government. Patriots are organising, marching, speaking out. Join us. Refuse this imposed diversity that brings nothing but trouble. I remember when Britain was great strong, unified, safe. Now, with these migrants fighting at every turn, exhibiting bad attitudes that poison our society, it's time to restore that. Mass deportation now. Wake up, follow the British way, stop this madness. We're tired, we're angry, and we won't take it anymore.